Hi everyone, happy Monday. Our happy Monday, happy post-Easter detox day for anyone who had one too many jelly beans or marshmallow stuffed bunnies. So our title for today is sort of appropriate for a day after a holiday. And it is 5 mindset shifts to get you back in the zone after weight loss surgery. So I'm excited to dive in. Mindset work is really kind of one of my the things I work personally most hard at, because I've really come to recognize that it's the mindset stuff that really has the most impact. And it really, is what we tend to need to focus on the most, really. So I wanted to start by a quote that I think illustrates this very well. And that quote is that by Henry Ford. And he says that whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So let that sink in for a minute. I mean, the moral of today's story is this. It's a little complicated, but it's that what we think about over and over again becomes our beliefs. And our beliefs dictate our actions, and our actions dictate our results. So if we want better or different actions or different results, then we have to take different actions. But we really can only take consistent actions if our beliefs are aligned with that action. And since our beliefs come from our thoughts, then really it all starts with our thoughts. This concept is truly foundational, and it's really a key part of what we work with inside of the bariatric success method, because it really is that important. So really thinking about the idea that our thoughts dictate our result is something that athletes or highly successful people understand really well. As a matter of fact, my 12-year-old really understands it, because she rides horses competitively. A year ago, she got really quite injured at a jump that her horse refused, and she fell off and face planted into a standard wooden box. She sustained a lot of facial kind of injuries, but she did not want to give up riding over that incident. So over the next 6 months, we had a lot of serious mind shift work to do in order to get her back in the competition ring. But now it's 18 months later, and she honestly rides more confidently than ever, because she understands now that any fear that comes up for her is just a thought, and that she has the power to change the thought. So really and truly, this belief system makes it possible for her to really tackle anything she wants and to feel really in total control. And she frequently says, it's just a mental game with myself. So I think that's pretty powerful. So let's dive into the number one mindset. I want to kind of say that I believe it to be a bite or a bowl is the same when trying to lose weight. So please borrow this mantra next time your alter ego or an enabling friend is whispering those devilish words. A bite or two won't hurt. Come on, just a bite. The truth is that if it's not a low-carb food, then it will hurt your efforts. Bob and I tell the story in our webinar often about his faulty belief that 1 or 2 tortilla chips would not throw him out of weight loss mode. So one day I challenged him of this mindset, and I said, okay, just test it out. He had been doing really well, staying in a low to moderate ketosis level, and was losing weight every week, being really diligent with his low-carb eating plan. So he was in ketosis that morning, and I said, okay, so now just have however many chips you think is safe, and just test afterwards to see. And he did, and he was surprised that 2 tortilla chips took him out of ketosis, and all of his hard work was negated for 2 stupid chips. So now it would take him 24 hours to get back into the sweet spot of ketosis and weight loss, and that was a game changer for him. So now you might say to yourself, well, who cares if he doesn't lose weight for one day? But imagine if he did that, some small variation to his diet like that every day, because honestly, that's what most people do. That's why they're stuck spinning their wheels and not getting meaningful results. And while really believing in their heart that they're trying so hard and still not getting results and getting super frustrated. So creating an identity that kind of no matter what I do, I can't lose weight, all for a couple of bites of this or that every day. So let me say that again. A bite or a bowlful, it's the same thing when you're trying to lose weight. Now, I'm not talking about maintaining weight or if weight loss isn't a goal, but if you're trying to lose weight, a bite or a bowl is the same. And I know I meet a lot of resistance with this statement because the resistance that you feel right now in hearing that is the fear of, I don't want to give up the foods I love, or the fear of, I don't want to feel deprived. But the truth is that if weight loss is an important goal for you, then you will need to forego all foods that block fat loss. Do you have to eliminate them forever? No, only when you're trying to lose fat. So when you feel you need a break from eating in a way that promotes weight loss, then ask yourself, is the taste of this or the experience of this worth coming out of weight loss for? And if the answer is yes, then allow yourself to have it and enjoy it. And also give yourself permission to get right back on track with the next meal. But always ask yourself the question, is it worth it? A bite or a bowlful. The next mindset shift that I think is nearly universally beneficial to the clients that I help is this. I use this on myself all the time, guys. We cannot like doing something or even be downright uncomfortable and do it anyways. We do things every single day of our life that we don't want to do, and we don't even give it a second thought. Imagine what your life would be like if you allowed yourself to wallow in negativity about everything you had to do that you didn't actually enjoy. I mean, I don't get pleasure out of brushing my teeth and doing my hair in the morning, but I still do it, right? And I do it without too much thought or like, oh, this sucks, not this again. Because it's just, I've trained myself that this is just what I do as part of my day. I hate cooking, but I consider, I consider it something that I have to do if my goal is to feed nutritious foods to myself and my family. I mean, I don't enjoy it. It's a time suck and a burden, but if my goal is to provide quality nutrition, then I just do it and I just don't think too much about it. I really dreaded getting on Facebook Live and speaking publicly and doing these things where thousands of people would be able to watch it and critique me and give feedback that might not be nice. But yet, if I wanted to have an impact and I wanted to get out my message, then I would have to just do it even if I was super uncomfortable. And guess what? Like 15 of these later now, I don't give it much thought. I just hop on and do it. So I challenge you to adopt the mindset of I will do what is necessary to meet my big goals, even if it is uncomfortable or even if it's downright painful. Because chances are pretty high that with some time and some repetition, it'll just become something that you do. So we can do hard things. I guess that's a quote from Glennon Doyle, but it's kind of saying the same thing. The next mindset shift is powerful when someone really embraces it fully. But getting to the point of identifying with this belief is really the hard part. The mindset or belief of, I am a health seeker. This one is tough for a lot of people because most times you've spent a lot of years not devoting time and energy into health-seeking behaviors, and therefore identify more with maybe a pleasure seeker, or in fact, a lot of people would identify more with a person who does harm to their body or someone who places little value on their health. So really embracing being a health seeker means that you, little by little, start to put a higher priority on your health and your well-being. It means that you seek out information, inspiration, education, situations, and people that are health seekers. So in that regard, you begin to model what you see and implement what you hear with the concept that small habits taken repeatedly will get results and build momentum to begin to take bigger and bigger steps towards habits. This means that we have to let go of our perfectionism or letting yourself have an easy out when your plan gets derailed. Life happens, and we're human. We will never, ever be perfect. But nothing in life is black and white. So often we have the mindset that we have to be all in or not at all. It's not a good, it's not, a good time. I have too much going on right now is something we would say to ourselves. But honestly, when will be a good time? When will life ever be perfectly aligned such that you have the time and energy to 100% devote, attention to your life and to your health? Likely the answer is never. So you might as well decide on some small, doable habits and start working on it now. Don't choose 5 things at once, just start with one and do it over and over, even if you don't want to, even if it's hard. This builds your self-confidence muscle and tells yourself that you are someone who does what they say they are going to do. Take willpower out of it. This is about self-discipline. This last mindset shift may be the most foundational mindset, and if you take nothing away from today, I want you to remember this one. Repeat it out loud and type it in the chat box. Please, just put it out into the universe. I haven't failed, I have learned. Because really, every challenge is an opportunity for growth, and life is always going to be bringing us challenges, y'all. Over and over and over again. But if we allow ourselves, we can grow from them and learn from them so that we can be better and do better. Or we could choose to be a victim to these challenges and stay stuck in our I can't do it attitude. The truth is, I love it, Stephanie, that you aren't where you want to be. Maybe it's because you weren't taught what you needed to do, or maybe you didn't really hear it. Or maybe you expected magic results. I know that was me. Maybe you believe like I did that you could still do it your way and still get a transformation. It really doesn't matter because you're here now and you know better. So when you know better, you do better, right? And so what are you going to do now? Just ask yourself one simple question. Now what? So that is kind of all I wanted to share with you today. I mean, I have tips and mantras. I have a whole board in my office. It's full of Post-it notes with whenever I see something online or I hear it on a podcast or just I even dream it up in my head. I dream it at night, whatever. And it feels genuine to me, or feels like something that I need to kind of make sure that my inner being kind of grasps. I write it on a Post-it and I stick it on the board. And when I'm kind of like down and out, or I'm feeling like down on myself, or I have an I can't do it attitude, I just go to that board and I just find which one feels the most kind of inspirational to me. And, in doing that kind of habit and that ritual, I really, it's just like a song that you play over and over again, it becomes something that you just kind of like flip on. And so I will just find myself, like getting upset or stressed out, and I'll just hear myself, overwhelm is a choice, Whitney. Overwhelm is a choice. It's just, that's something that's on my board, And so I want to encourage you, when you really find kind of mindset, kind of little mindset tweaks that you feel you need to work on, or little mantras that would really be helpful when you're kind of in a negative mindset of like, this is hard, I don't want to do it, I don't know if, this is for me, just that you can just flip on even in your own head. So that's all for today. I just wanted to let y'all know that we have a webinar coming up on Thursday. So if what you heard tonight or today rather, it's not tonight yet, thankfully. If it sounded like, yeah, I needed to hear that, or, it excited you in any way, then you're really going to love the webinar. So it is Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's on Zoom, and the title is 5 Ways to Lose Weight Again After Bariatric Surgery. Hint, it's not what you are currently doing. So we go through dispelling all the kind of myths of, all the things that we read in these like forums and social media groups that's like moderation, everything in moderation, and all the kind of like things, and you wonder like, is that true? So we kind of talk through those, dispel them, and kind of start talking about what really does work when we are looking to lose weight after we've stopped losing or even started gaining. So there'll be plenty of info in the groups. In the group, you'll probably get an email with an invite to register for that. If you can always send me a PM if you want the registration link. So I hope to see you there, and I hope you enjoyed today. And we'll be back again, same time, same place next Monday. Bye-bye. Thank you, Evelise.